I got a pocket full of quarters and I'm headed to the arcade. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm bringing everything I made. I got a callus on my finger and my shoulder's hurting too. I'm gonna eat 'em all up just as soon as they turn blue. 'Cause I got Pac-Man fever. It's driving me crazy. I got Pac-Man fever. I'm going out of my mind. I got Pac-Man fever. I'm going out of my mind.
What's going on, guys? I'm Frank Weck. I'm here today with PSP Patrick Scott Patterson. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Been having a good time here at Super VidCon. The caffeine's starting to wear off a little bit, but I'm still here. I'm still standing around.
Dinner's around the corner. So.
There you go. Yes, it is.
More caffeine coming. I like to start my interviews off short and sweet, getting the ball rolling kind of question.
All right.
And the question came to mind is my brother's idea. Did the shades just come as a trademark, or did you have to make it one?
A little of both.
Okay.
I mean, that's always like I did that as a kid sometimes. I did that when I was wrestling sometimes. And, a few years ago, I was going to E3. I had lost a bunch of weight and changed up my look. I wanted to go there and make a splash, and like I didn't want to go there, and I wouldn't go too overboard with it, right? So I went in there and I got these shiny blue sunglasses and just wore them around, stand out. It worked. And it just kind of became a thing. So.
Okay.
So it was kind of planned, but it wasn't planned to this extent.
Right, I got you. So I've been throwing what-if questions into my interviews recently, and I have a good one for you. If you had the chance to go back in time to the day right before the Nintendo World Championship and tell your younger self any advice you could possibly give yourself, what would it be?
Don't choke.
Don't choke.
Well, at that point in time, it would have been a little bit, because I mean, if I could go back further than that, I'd tell them to get a little more practice in. Because that was the thing with that one. I mean, I was in the Dallas stop. That was the first stop on the entire tour. So we didn't know some of the stuff that the people later got to know. That some people traveled to all the events or multiple events. They got to learn along the way. But yeah, that's what it was. I breezed through the semifinals in Dallas, and then a Channel 4 television camera. I was 14 years old. Came over my shoulder, saw it in peripheral vision, and I got nervous and completely choked. That was the thing. I got to today playing up there. I guess you can say I got a little redemption up there. With the pressure on, I got to go up there. I didn't choke today.
But Thor's not here.
That's true. That's true.
So you've been known to defend video games, and you talk a lot about video games. I'm trying to get at. How do you think trophies and achievements have affected the gameplay experience?
Well, I mean, technically, even though they didn't really have words to describe them back then, I mean, any of us, once we really got into a game, would always try to come up with different things to try to accomplish when we replay that game. So in a way, that's kind of always existed. So those types of things kind of give you an official reason to try, and maybe even to try something maybe you wouldn't have tried otherwise. So I mean, I think they're pretty cool.
You used to be a wrestler back in Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mostly.
Yeah. I'm wondering what singular aspect most helps you with what you do today from back in your wrestling days?
It was just learning how to interact and connect with an audience. I mean, that's, at its most base, that's what professional wrestling is. I mean, you go on the internet, you wouldn't think so, but if you're to list, 30 things that are important to be good at in wrestling is somewhere down in the 20-something. Right? Even the best guys in the ring, if they can't connect with that crowd, they can't interact with an audience, they can't have a presence to them and all that sort of thing, no one cares. And that's tried and true. And so when I go do things today, like I go up and I'm in front of a crowd or whatever, it's kind of old hat now. I mean, I was a little bit nervous playing today. I haven't played a video game in front of a crowd in a very long time. But it's kind of knowing how to get up there and do that, because it's nerve-wracking for anybody. Academy Award-winning actors get nervous. It's just part of it, but it's kind of helping have that and stand out in the crowd and, you know, be able to do what I do.
All right, I got you.
Follow up. Heel or face?
I actually got the best of both worlds when I was wrestling. I was a heel that was really nasty and vile and just cheated and was really violent, and they started liking me. So I got to be a face that got to cheat and be nasty and do all this other stuff. So, they're like, don't change a thing, but, don't. Basically, the only thing I changed was don't insult the fans. But so I had the best of both worlds. Like, it's more fun to be a heel. It really is, man. But I got to be a heel that was cheered. It was awesome. It's pretty good times.
Eddie Guerrero status.
Something like that.
So the last question I have for you is, if you could change one thing in the global gaming community as a whole, any singular thing to make it better or, fit your own needs or whatever, what would it be?
I just wish that everybody would get a little less cynical and a little less critical. Obviously, I'm big. If you got a voice, use your voice. Express yourself, whatever that means. But I think some people in the gaming world, at least online, they're way too cynical. They automatically crap on way too much stuff. They're way too critical about people who are in positions that they don't know enough about. And, some of them do it too much, and it gets too out of hand. It becomes too big of a thing. Bottom line, you don't know what it's like to be in someone else's shoes unless you've walked a mile in them. I know that's cliche, but it's true. And at the bottom line, at the end of the day, these are video games. Okay, this is, be that passionate about politics or energy policies or police action or something. Those have effects on everybody. Video games at their most base, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be entertainment. If you're not having fun doing it, you're doing it wrong. Relax a little bit. I just kind of wish there could just be one thing that could be said. It'd just be like, bam, everyone's got smiles on. If you don't like something or someone or whatever, go find something to play that you do like. Go find someone that you enjoy and have fun. That's what we're here for.
Don't do it wrong. That's what we got. That's all I got for you, man. Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it, man.
Until next time, I'm Frank Wack.